Hey guys, it's Natassia Wright here. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Welcome back for all those who are used to my face and my voice, and welcome to those who are newbies around here. This is where we sprinkle inspiration for you guys on a daily basis. Now, today I want to share with you guys based on a question that I was asked on Instagram because I was engaging my audience on that platform and I got a whole host of questions. One of them happened to have been, how do you stay motivated, consistent, and in your own lane where everything is pretty much can be seen in terms of competition, in terms of other people doing things, people who may be excelling. How do I stay focused and not pay that any mind? That's a question. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So stick and stay. Thank you. Right. We're back. All right, guys. So we're back. And listen, that's a great question. How do I stay motivated? How do I keep my eyes on the prize? How do I not take my eyes off and be looking everywhere else that I shouldn't be looking? Well, guess what? Here's a secret. I'm going to tell you a secret, and I'm going to make sure there's nobody else around to hear when I tell you the secret. Just hold on 1 second. All right, I wanted to save space, so I made sure I blotted out all the other distractions because it's a secret. Here's the secret. I actually do occasionally take my eyes off of my prize. Oh yeah. On occasions, I find myself possibly going over into lanes that don't belong to me. But thankfully, I'm always not so far gone that someone or something or, I'd have a turn of events where I realize that I'm not where I should be. So I said that to say because we're all human beings. We all go through it. We all have moments where we feel as though we're not doing as well as we should be doing, or moments when we feel as though others are doing better than we are. Or there are moments when I'm saying, boy, maybe if I tweak this or tweak that or do this like how that person does it, maybe I'll go even further. Guys, it has happened to everybody. Everybody goes through some phase like that. And, just moments where you question yourself and you're thinking, boy, maybe something is wrong with me. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I'm not doing something right. Maybe the reason the crowd isn't going for me is because I'm not so outgoing, or I'm not that chirpy, or I'm not that bubbly. All these different things, guys, you name it. Your mind will literally conjure up so many different situations in your head. It's unbelievable. But I wanted to be very transparent with this discussion. It happens to me. It still happens. Even at this point where I am at with all these titles, I still go through phases where I'm thinking to myself like, damn, why don't I get that kind of engagement? Why don't I, why don't people respond to me in that way? Or sometimes, you're looking at your platform and you're like, why isn't there enough likes on this thing? This thing was a hit, right? Literally. It happens. We all find those moments where sometimes we're driving. We need to go ahead, but for some reason we are staring. Listen carefully. We're staring in our rear view mirror. So we're looking ahead, but we're looking in the rear view mirror, or we're glancing to the sides to see what's going on behind us. You have to be very careful, right? So how do I stay in my lane? I do have those moments, but there are some things that I actually do to keep me on track. And the first thing is that I am reminded of what my purpose is. Guys, purpose trumps a lot of things. You won't see me doing certain things because I'm not called to do it. I don't ever have to worry about people who are, getting hosting gigs, or people who are modeling and this, that, and that's not me. Hey, kudos to you. I'll pat you on your back. I'll congratulate you. I'll tell you you're doing an excellent job. Keep going, but it's not me. I wasn't called to do that. And so sometimes the reason people get distracted is because you don't know what you're called to do. So maybe I need to do a whole video about purpose and how you find your purpose and all of that. I'll get my husband to come on here and share too, because he is the boss at that. But I know my purpose, so I don't have to be worried about, some YouTube star who is doing so well. And, I'll take notes from them. But at the same time, I know what I'm called to do. I know the area I'm called to be in. So I don't have to worry about everybody else's lawn. I will tend to mine, right? And I'm grateful for my plot. I'm grateful for what God has given me. I'm grateful for my platform. So purpose keeps me in line. Now, the second thing is that, whenever I get those moments where I'm looking everywhere else, I am reminded that everybody's journey is different, right? So what I've gone through is not necessarily what that person has gone through that I'm looking at and thinking, oh, they're doing better. They paid their price. They went through what they went through to get to where they got to. So I just need to go through what I'm going through to get to where I need to get to and learn my lessons, right? Instead of just looking all over the place, wishing, wondering, hoping, getting upset, being bitter, angry, all those different negative emotions, I need to be reminded, you need to be reminded that everybody's race is different, right? And regardless, we're all going to get some award once we win our own race. There's no competition, right? So we just need to keep within our lanes. The third thing is that I'm very much conscious that we are all called to different things and called to different level of things, called to different measures of faith. The Bible talks about, each man is given a measure of faith. So guess what? We know that Steve Jobs, crazy, he's absolutely crazy. And he does say that crazy people rule the world. He has a different measure of faith than I have, right? Maybe one day I'll get to his level, but for now, I will act out what I have been given so far, right? Maybe in a few years' time, maybe another 10, 20 years, I'll be in politics. You never know. Whatever the case is, the whole point of this point is to live in the moment. Make the best of what you have today, because everybody has been given a different measure of faith. Some people, they can take on the whole world. Maybe you should just change your community or your nation, right? So you can't be looking everywhere. So I'm conscious of that as well. And the fourth thing, am I at number 4? I don't even know what number I'm at, so I'll just put it on the screen. No, the fourth thing is that I am so secured in God's promises. And I'm not saying that things don't happen to me to throw me off track. I'm not saying that, but I'm secured enough to know that this journey that I am on is where He would prefer me to be. And so once I stay within His will, and I do things to the best of my ability by His grace, then my reward is sure. It's not like we're watching the Olympics and then there's the first, second, and third. So you have the gold, the bronze, the silver, and the bronze, and I'm there worrying, saying, oh, I need to get the gold. I need to get the gold. I don't want silver. It's like in our own race, in our own journey of life, if we run our own races, we will all get gold as long as we don't give up. And so I'm reminded of that. So when I see a sister or a brother out there doing so well, I don't need to be disheartened or, get upset. I can be secure in knowing that my time is gonna come. Oh, okay, guys, I want to share this very, very great example. Now, I happen to have seen like a 2-minute clip or a 3-minute clip of a Keeping Up with the Kardashian episode on YouTube recently. And in the video, there was the mother, Kris, and Bruce Jenner, which is now Caitlyn Jenner. And Kylie was showing her mom her picture. She's young. This is an old episode, so she's super young. She's showing her mom her pictures and saying, "Oh mom, look, I made a whole catalog for myself. I really want to go into modeling." She's probably like 13, 14 at this point, showing her mom. And her mom was like, "Wow, this is really good. If you're really thinking about going into modeling, I'll call some people." So of course, the mother called some people. She started getting some bookings, and Kylie got upset. She mentioned that she got jealous, and she did her own book and was showing her mom, was trying to she was kind of like trying to take the shine away from her sister. And she threw a tantrum. Her mom, said to her, "You really should be happy for your sister, Kylie, and congratulate her instead of trying to create this whole thing about, around yourself." And I don't think I'm ever gonna forget this for a while. Bruce Jenner, when he was reprimanding Kylie, this was what he said. He said, "Kylie, your time will come." And guys, that stood out to me. It stood out to me so much because if you look at where they're at now, even if you're not into the Kardashians or anything like that, I'm just sharing the story. Right now, Kylie is a million. Is she a billionaire yet? I don't remember. But Kylie's cosmetics is so huge. Her brand itself is so huge. And all of them in that family are doing well. But she has a business that it surpasses what Kendall is doing right now. So when you look at it, everybody, if you keep going and doing what you know you need to do, it's the same thing as Bruce Jenner said. Your time will come. Stop watching other people. Stop looking at what other people are doing. You don't need to do that. Focus on your strengths. Try and work on your weaknesses, and take your mind off of everybody else, right? Focus on what is in front of you. What do you have going on in your life? What is going on? What gift do you have? What talent do you have that can be used to serve the world, that will allow you to gain an income, make an impact? Guys, we have to get out of scrolling through everybody else's feed and forgetting what we actually can produce. And so that's kind of how I keep myself in check. So I am all about the drink water and mind my business, because I know that this whole thing that God has given me called my life is mine to run, and mine to run successfully. It's my book. I'm writing the book, right? So I have to ensure that each page is a good page. That's what you need to do, and take your mind off of other people. When you are at the end of your life, you're not going to be thinking about everybody else that you thought had a better life than you. Absolutely not. You're going to be thinking about regrets or things that you thought you should have done. You should have gotten that done already, or people you should have spent time with, stuff like that. So what I'm saying to you is to mind your own business. Work on yourself. Stay in your own lane, guys. That's what I'm all about. Much blessings and love to you guys. We'll talk soon. Bye.